on Satan's Claw is about as good as you would think it is just from the title. Yeah, this is one of those movies. One that has a title that sounds like a Hammer film, but with none of the effort put into it. The film takes place in 18th century rural England, where first a young man brings home a new girlfriend, but everybody treats her like shit for no apparent reason. What does this have to do with the rest of the movie? Absolutely nothing. It's just fluff. Eventually, the girl is driven insane, but this huge chunk of the first act really has no bearing on the actual plot. The actual plot has to do with a young plowman finding a demonic corpse in a field and reporting it to a judge, because apparently that's what you do, you go to a judge. That's the guy that you go to when you find demon corpses. Good to know. The judge is highly skeptical that such a thing even exists, especially when it turns up missing and he doesn't even get to see it. Later, a piece of the corpse, a claw, is found by some kids who, of course, touch it, and that immediately makes them evil. So they start up some satanic rituals, they grow hair on weird parts of their bodies, and I'm not talking puberty, I'm talking patches of fur in random places, and that's supposedly Satan's mark, but it looks more like dirty tape that got dropped in some loose dog hair. The kids start to do weird things like dance around and make sacrifices and try to seduce priests. And when the priest doesn't do the whole to catch a predator thing, instead they accuse him of rape anyway. They almost get the guy hanged. The lead Satan teenager is a girl named Angel. I guess they were going for irony there, and she shows that she's turned evil by getting her eyebrows done. Meanwhile, the forces of good, which are mostly bumbling idiots, eventually convince the judge to do something about it because apparently he's the only one who can do anything about anything in this town. I don't mind spoiling this one because it's lame, and I mean the ending is lame the way that the ending to Werewolves on Wheels is lame, though this movie doesn't quite reach that level of crapulence. The judge and a few others sneak up on the Satan kids while they're cavorting around and doing whatever, and they summon Satan himself, who lasts about 5 seconds before the judge stabs him with something that looks like a poker. He dies, and, well, that's it. There's a subplot with one of the girls trying to escape, and someone cuts the fur patch off her leg, but that doesn't really go anywhere. Really, this is an exploitation film, and not a good one. It seems the entire thing revolves around young actors and actresses doing distressing things. There's, of course, the seduction scene, there's a rape scene thrown in for good measure, but if I wanted to watch a schlocky movie where teenagers take off their clothes and then die, well, there's plenty of Jason Voorhees movies out there, and some of those are even good. This, however, is bad. Not in the mind-destroyingly bad way of a Blackenstein or Werewolves on Wheels, but a dull, tired, they didn't even try sort of way. I give it a 3 out of 10.